Good morning, traders. So this is your Aussie daily review, your South African top 40. Now, we've ended up with a green bar, but we do have a tail to the upside on the previous day and a tail to the downside today, so we've got a bit of confusion here. Okay. Now, there are a couple of areas of interest for me, and the first one is this level here. Okay. So you can see this is a fairly significant area, because it was a breakout of a triangle. There's our triangle. We broke out, we came and tested on the 4 hour and the lower time frames, and then we rallied off there. Okay. Now, that potential measured move, which is this one here, pretty much hasn't played out. Let's just take it from there. Okay, so that hasn't really played out just yet. The second thing, just delete that, is let's just go to the 4 hour for this. So the second thing is we have a channel here. Okay, so there's our channel. We've had a little bit of a break above it. I see that date is incorrect. Just give me 1 second, guys. Just want to confirm with investing.com. Okay, the candle is correct. This closed price here is incorrect. So this candle is correct. So let's just ignore this so-called close line up here. Okay, so we're in a channel. We have rejected the top of the channel. We've also rejected the underside of the alligator. Okay, we do have a little bit of divergence here. You see prices made a high, lower high, high, higher high. That's continuation. So looking at the 4 hour, I would expect us to start moving back to the downside and more than likely come and test this level, the downside here, which is 52,390. Okay, but the picture is different on the hour. So on the hour, I have a breakout. I have a rejection off a 200 EMA, which is a level. Okay, I don't have any diversions apart from this reverse diversions here, which is reversing the trend, which is basically what's happened. And I've got a new fractal high here. So prices made a low, higher low. I had a diversion pattern between these two bars here, indicating my reversal, which has happened off a level, and we rallied. We pulled back, created a higher low, and pulled back up. And we also, crucially, broke above the high of the day. Okay, we closed above the high of the day, and then the seller stepped in and moved down. And this was pretty much with the US market. The US market did sort of fall off yesterday, but then they recovered quite a bit towards the close of the session. So next thing here we have pretty much, if you look at the awesome oscillator, we are making higher lows on awesome oscillator. So that is another scenario. Our only concern here is this oscillator here, which is telling us we may be a little bit tired. Okay, so putting it all together, I think your best bet today is going to be the closing range strategy. Okay, if I look at the half hour, the trend is also to the upside, has reversed. We've got at this stage, we've got a retest of the alligator break. So what I'd be looking for is pretty much to play closing range strategy. Okay, so I'm just going to put my 2 target levels in. Okay, now normally when I see this kind of thing, my bias would be to the upside, but there is one major problem. Okay, and that is we have this gap still open. Okay, so we've got the range breakout target, which is right over here. Actually, no, that gap's not open. Let me just, sorry, I just want to get down to a low time frame here, just double check. Look at the 5 minutes. Nope, the gap is closed. Okay, sorry. So this level here is where the gap is. I have to go back quite far for it. Just to show you. Oh, there it is there. So there's our gap there. So let's just put that in there and change that to a red. Okay, so you can see we closed the gap. We missed it on the previous day, but then at the open we immediately went down and closed it. Right, so bottom gap is closed. So I think my bias right now is going to be for a break to the upside. Okay, if we do break the downside, expect us to come and visit this area again. So the range break target is pretty much around that gap again, which is 52,928. So this 52,600 area, you can expect another visit down to that level if we do break the closing range. Okay, so obviously the closing range, we need to break through the last hour of trading. So the last hour of trading yesterday is the closing range that defines our range. So we're looking for a break above or below that area. If you drill down to the, let's get rid of the noise, you drill down to the 12-minute, you'll see we are hovering around this 200 EMA. So we don't have a decent break above it. We get above it and we're back below it again. So that in itself is a bit of a warning that we could go either way. Okay, so we do break down the downside. Expect us to test these lows of yesterday again. If we do break the upside, we didn't get that level for you, did we? Let's just... If we do break that range to the upside, the target is pretty much up there, which is 53,400. Okay, and you can see there is a swing low here. There's an inside tail here. And there is also a gap to the upside. Okay, so just pay attention to that gap because that could also be an area where you can expect some buyers or some sellers to step in because there is another swing low. There's a couple of swing lows at this level. Okay, so don't be too surprised if we don't get to the range target, but we get to the 161.8 extension, which is right here where that gap is. Okay, so that is pretty much the zone, the target area, if I can put it that way. Okay, not really interested in holding anything at the moment, so it'll be an intraday trade, and it's either a break above the range or a break below the range to test the previous lows. Okay, either way, we are talking about not a size, but probably 200 point, between 200 and 250 point trade either way. Okay, so anyway, guys, that's it for me on the Aussie today. Really not interested in any long-term or multi-day trades at the moment, so it'll be intraday and really just looking at this closing range. To break either side is what I'm looking for. Now, remember, because of the chaos happening in the US at the moment, and also we've got elections coming up next week, we could also just continue to range either inside the closing range or alternatively this whole consolidation area here could turn out to be a range until after elections as well. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So whatever you're doing, you're probably better off trading sort of a 5-minute chart and paying very careful attention to your stops and also your 5-minute gaps. If you see 5-minute gaps like that, you can almost guarantee yourself that you can put trade levels in at those gaps for price to come back and trigger and buy, as you can see what happened here. Okay, anyway guys, that's it for me today. I hope it helps and I will catch you later. Cheers for now.